All right, guys, we have some breaking news coming from the United States, and the current president, Donald Trump, has signed an executive order for cryptocurrencies. We're going to talk about what it includes and also why crypto is ultimately not really reacting positively to this just yet. So let's talk about that in this video. This could be a long one, so make sure you guys are buckled in. So let's jump into it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on X if you're watching there as well. So let's get into it here. So breaking. So Donald Trump has finally signed an executive order, for cryptocurrencies. So this is what it includes. He orders development of a national digital asset reserve, not specifically a Bitcoin reserve. This is a digital asset reserve. So that is something that I wasn't really expecting. Is he going to potentially buy more assets other than Bitcoin? I tend to think so because if you look at his World Liberty Finance, they have been acquiring many different assets, and it's not just Bitcoin. So he's also announcing plans to establish a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve, like we mentioned, aiming to strengthening the country's position in the global digital asset landscape. This includes the creation of a national Bitcoin reserve and the establishment of a crypto advisory council to guide government policy. So he plans to issue executive orders to reduce regulatory burdens on crypto, which is nice to see. And I really think that we're going to see less lawsuits and enforcement and even current lawsuits. I think there's going to be some news on that shortly. I really, really do. It's just a feeling that I have. It's nothing backed by really anything other than just sentiment in the overall market and just the difference in stance in this government based on the previous administration. I really think that we could potentially see the end of the SEC versus Ripple case, but that's just my opinion. The cryptocurrency working group was announced, and they're tasked with developing a federal regulatory framework governing digital assets, including stablecoins, and evaluating the creation of a strategic national digital asset reserve. The executive order prohibits institutions from taking any action to establish, issue, or promote central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. So that is interesting. They are not going to be allowing CBDCs to basically be established in the United States. So that is something that we were not expecting. So let's jump over. We're going to take a look at this working group. It is going to be chaired by the White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs. Sachs, and include the Secretary of the Treasury, the Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the head of other relevant departments and agencies, most likely CFTC, that kind of thing. The White House AI and crypto czar will engage leading experts in digital assets and digital markets to ensure that the actions of the working group are informed by expertise beyond the federal government. So they're not just taking federal government's opinions and such on crypto. They're going to be looking at experts, people in the field most likely, and we already know that there's a number of companies and representatives from companies that have already met with President Donald Trump, including, there's been Ripple. We know, I believe there's something along the lines of Charles Hoskinson with Elon Musk. I believe they know each other. There's just been a number. We also saw crypto.com's CEO Chris, he met with Trump as well. There's a number of different, and Brian Armstrong from Coinbase. There's a number of different, companies that have already reached out to Trump. So obviously they are most likely putting their 2 cents in. So let's jump over here as well. Like I said, guys, I got a lot of news to cover, and I even made sure I had my tea. All right. So Donald Trump speaks about crypto at the World Economic Forum. This was earlier today as well. This was a virtual live speech at the World Economic Forum, and also talked about cryptocurrency. So he claims that the U.S. is going to be the world's AI and crypto capital. Using our energy reserves, we will make the U.S. The world capital of AI and crypto. This is insane. Like, this is the amount of news that we've been waiting for, and it's hilarious to see that the prices aren't really actually moving in the greatest light. So he's also going to demand lower interest rates from the Fed. I know him and Powell have I want to say bunted heads, but Trump said one thing, and Powell's basically been like, we're doing what we want on the other end. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there. So let's take a look at why Bitcoin and most altcoins were falling still. I'm actually going to open CoinMarketCap. Yeah, well, Bitcoin's actually up right now, 104K. It was 103K. I think CoinMarketCap is glitching for me today. It was down to like 101 something before I started this video. But as we can see, things are still falling a bit. We have a couple of outliers that are still in the green, but there are a number of cryptos that are in in the red today. So why are they falling? Well, Bitcoin and most altcoins have fallen this week, even after Donald Trump's inauguration to become the most crypto-friendly president, which boggles my mind. First, there's four different reasons here. First one, economists expect the Bank of Japan to hike interest rates on Friday by 25 basis points. This would bring the official cash rate to 50% or to 0.5%, which is the highest level since 2008. So, obviously Japan affects the world's economic, it's macroeconomic factors, right? So that is something they've been watching. The latest Bank of Japan rate hike the last one, sorry, occurred in August last year, leading to a sharp decline in crypto. I do recall that Bank of Japan rate hike may trigger another drop, albeit a smaller size. You might also take a look at the second one here. The next week's Federal Reserve interest rate decision for the United States is going to be a very big one. Any hawkish tone from Fed Chair Powell could potentially see a drop in cryptocurrency. Third, we're also looking at Donald Trump has not mentioned crypto since his inauguration, but now today that has changed. So hopefully, once people, tune into the recent news, because this is just happening, right? Obviously that could definitely change. But buying an asset ahead of a major event and then selling it when it occurs, we call that a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And this happens a ton in crypto. People know that there's an event coming, and what they do is they buy in anticipation of the price going up, and then they sell. And sometimes these people don't intend to even hold it longer term. They just basically are trying to make a quick buck. So that's pretty much what's going on in crypto right now. Like I mentioned, prices are a little bleak today. We're still sitting at 3.58 trillion, only down slightly in the last 24 hours. But, obviously we're going to have to wait and see what happens here, because crypto is highly resilient, and we could potentially see it come back fairly quickly. You can see that, guys. I just said 104K. Yeah, CoinMarketCap is glitching out a little bit here on me. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. This has been about a 7-minute video right now, but, guys, things are looking up. Things are really looking good for crypto right now. A more pro-crypto government is a good thing. It means less lawsuits, more openness to creating a digital framework and guidance for these companies to build and innovate. And it's something that we've been wanting for a long time. So I'm embracing this. I'm not selling. Nobody's scaring me out of my positions right now. Actually, it's going to be the opposite. I hope we get a little bit of a discount, because I'm going to load up more on some of the other altcoins that I've been accumulating and getting ready for this run, because this could be that super cycle that we've been waiting for. But that's what I got for you guys in this video. I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a longer video than we're used to, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.